Thank you very much. Our order is Sablon, Moran, Bowman, Williams. Let's go to Congressman Sablon from the Northern Mariana Islands. You are recognized and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And good morning to our witnesses. Welcome. I'm trying to figure out if we want most of our students to aspire to those coming out of charter schools, when what we should really do is improve our public schools so that they could all, not just a few. But Professor Black, and again, proponents of school choice say that it will positively affect all schools and children. Is that true, sir?
I'm sorry, I missed the last couple of words there.
All right. It is said that school choice will positively affect all schools and children. Is that true? Positively affect?
It's hard for me to conceive as to how school choice would positively affect all schools given the financial impacts of private school choice on public school budgets, and particularly given there was discussion earlier as to whether money matters, and the research consensus of decades is that, in fact, public school funding levels are positively correlated to student achievement, and in fact, even those who have questioned it when put on the stand in court have conceded that, of course, not all money matters. If we waste money, it doesn't matter, but that money spent on things that matter in public schools have a very positive impact on student achievement. So I don't understand how removing funds from them could have a positive effect.
And again, Professor, our colleagues on the other side of the aisle like to frequently point out that the word education is not found in the United States Constitution when they're trying to justify school choice programs and funding private elementary and secondary schools. Can you please speak to the history of public education as a founding principle of our great nation?
That's a long story. I'll try to be brief. But I'll at least say that our founding fathers, such as Jefferson and Adams in particular, well, Madison and Washington, were all keenly aware of the problem of an educated citizenry, even prior to the United States Constitution. And the notion was that we had to provide public education to have an educated citizenry so that we could have a Republican form of government. This sort of concept of a Republican form of government with public education as its pillar was there before the United States Constitution. I referenced earlier the Northwest Ordinance of 1787. Many of the people who voted on that, Continental Congress, which preceded this one, are also the same people who attended the United States Constitutional Convention. But that Northwest Ordinance of 1787 required that every single square inch of land that remained in the United States of America outside of the original colonies would be divided up into squares, right? And that each town would have 32 lots. The 16th lot in each town would be reserved for public schools. The outerlying lots would generate resources for those schools. Anyone who's driven from Pennsylvania into Ohio or from Kentucky into Ohio, and they used to carry around those little maps, will notice something very different. The lines between the counties in Ohio and every county that goes westward are straight. That is because the Northwest Ordinance and the standards that it set for territories to become states in the United States of America. After the Civil War, Congress never admitted another state to this union without requiring them to mandate public education in their state constitution. So yes, it is the role of states to provide public education, but that is a function of the overall constitutional structure of a Republican form of government in the United States of America.
Thank you very much, Professor. Mr. Chairman, I yield.
Thank you very much. Let's go to New York.